Hey, snack pack, snacking here, putting the peanut butter in your cup if you know what I mean. Bringing you a tip video. I've been wanting to do a tip video for a while now, and I'm finally getting the chance to do one. Real life has removed her fist from my rectum, giving me great relief, a case of worms, and a chance to actually do something fun. So what's the topic today? Moira's dangly, silky balls. Especially the happy ball, the yellow ball of healing. So, despite what I think players at the lower levels, at the levels I'm at, right, gold and silver, bronze, want Moira to be, she's a support. That's what she does best. She holds your best bits in place like a brassiere or a jockstrap or the Democratic Party. She keeps them up, holds them up in nice and tight, right, keeps them healed. And what I suspect is that between Moira's mobility and survivability, plus she's not a real precise, she doesn't require real precise aim, we've got some players choosing Moira as kind of a mini Symmetra. And I've seen games where they try and flank, get some picks, head back to their team. But then when they get back to their team, usually we've torn them apart, and the other team looks like they went 3 rounds with Chucky, Jason, and Freddy. And these players kind of never put it together that if they had been using Moira as a support, as she's intended to be used, their team might have done better. I firmly believe in using a tool for its intended purpose. So, Moira is not a hammer. Don't try and drive nails with her. Alright, so let's look at some numbers. And this is going to be harder to explain than Trump's plan for the wall. So let's start with Biotic Grasp, which I call Finger Urine. It's a healing ability, heals for 80 a second. And then after you stop using it, it heals for another 16.66 health per second for, I think it's 4 seconds afterwards. And it heals multiple allies. Now let's look at Biotic Grasp's alternate fire, which it does damage, which is 50 points to a single target, but it heals you at 30 a second. Then her next ability, Biotic Orb. Biotic Orbs last for 4 seconds. They heal for 50 points a second. They damage for 50 points a second. They heal for 75 a second. And you can use one, according to this, it's every 10 seconds. But I think that's actually 8. I don't think that's correct, but maybe I'm misremembering. Last ability, Coalescence. So this is the ultimate. It damages for 70 points a second, can do multiple people, and it heals for 140 points a second to multiple people, and does 50 points a second self-regeneration, and it lasts for 8 seconds. So let's take the ultimate out of our numbers for just a minute, and let's make this easy. So outside of her ultimate, Moira heals for half again as much as she damages. Plus, her golden shower of finger urine will heal multiple targets. And then her ultimate obviously heals for twice as much, not counting her self-regeneration, as she damages. Now, that seems like it should be a clear case for not doing damage, but you have to do some damage to refill your healing, your urine bladder, right? So you should do damage. And if you need to refill your bladder of finger urine, use your Biotic Grasp in damage mode and make your enemies be the beer for your bladder, right? If you've got a really low hero running away, throw a damage orb their way. Or if no one needs healing, throw a damage orb into the middle of the enemies, especially if there's no diva, because diva can eat your orbs. There's nothing wrong with doing damage, but you need to prioritize healing over damage. Now, there are a lot of videos out there on using Moira's abilities and her positioning, and I encourage anyone who's playing Moira to go watch some. But I am going to throw one very simple trick out there that will help you increase your healing. And that's to bounce your balls around. So just like the AC/DC song, get your balls bouncing to the left and to the right. So when you're going to throw an orb out, look for walls that you can bounce the healing or damage, especially healing orb off of. So what happens is, and I'll show you an example of this in the background, as you throw your healing orb out and it travels away from the team, it's going to heal up as much as it can up to its maximum. So if it doesn't get to its maximum healing, it's going to travel out away from the team, hit the wall, and come back. And if any damage has been taken in that time, it's going to heal it up the rest of the way. So that way you're not just getting a one use out of your orb, right? If you can bounce it off of a wall, you can get multiple use and multiple impact out of that orb, increasing your amount of healing. And then, as your orb travels, use your finger urine to supplement the healing, or use your damage to grab enemy life and fill up your bladder. So, looking at Master Overwatch, because I am a stats guy, my Moira healing per minute average is within 100 points of Mercy's. It's 100 points lower. I heal for about 920 points a minute with Moira and just over 1,000 with Mercy on average. But let's think about that a minute. If you break that down to per second, that's only about 1.5 points a second, right? 1 point of health per second difference, which in a team fight is not all that much, I don't think. And not only that, but you're able to heal and do damage, where Mercy is more of a heal, more of a burst healing character. So Moira can do a lot of group healing that Mercy just can't do, because you can cover all of those targets.
Thank you for the damage boost.
So use your orbs, use your finger urine, throw out that smiley orb more often than the orb of hate, because after all, in this time of Trump, we need all the love we can get. Snacking out.
Yeah, not surprised.
This was fucking nasty.
Jeez.
Snack.